up this football game. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. 95 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And I think here, CD, down deep in the red zone, you've got to find a way to come away with 6 points.
To me, it's imperative, because with the field the way it is, we're going to be fortunate to see 2- and 3-yard runs.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And that an important touchdown here in this 3rd quarter.
Especially given the way the snow continues to fall. You have to take advantage of situations when they present themselves. And while the snow looks great on TV to the fans, not easy for those guys on the field. Scoring is going to be difficult in the second half, but that was great work there to find the end zone.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. On the return, it's Jordan Lewis. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to if Gofford is confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down. On play action, Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now a give, right side. Callaway. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Allen. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the Jets are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
And to give this time to the tailback. 111 yards rushing now on 23 carries so far. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot, but what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to the huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 25-yard line. Back now in Buffalo. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, Wilson. Again, he's got that man Landry. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Well, partner, this offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of 85. But then they never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, partner, didn't it almost feel like a setup game? Because they were playing the Dolphins, and the Dolphins were protecting their franchise's undefeated season of 1972, that team. And you know what that team does. They love to celebrate the fact that they still are the only one to get through an entire NFL season that way. That was Dan Marino's 3rd year, playing under the great Don Shula, and they were motivated to keep that franchise's record intact.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Gregory Rousseau. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now it's Wilson. Complete on the quick throw to Moore. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there, with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Jets are going to take the lead. He's giving him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Out come the Bills as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC.
And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for, and remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that. From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Allen. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Bills on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for this with Moss. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
The Bills send the punter out as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
New York's offense back out there and set to go.
They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
140 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Eight yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Well, not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man. And he ends up picking up a 1st down. A little bit of gray area there, though. But I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And they give this time to the tailback. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on third down. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 24-yard line.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Hands it off out of the gun. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
They'll try and run for it. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. His fourth rushing touchdown on the campaign, number 7 overall. And the Jets add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. He's picked off at his own 46, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Boy, 179 yards rushing for him now in this one as he is closing in on 1,800 yards for the year. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Jets, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.